chat. Is my voice audible? Okay, so let's start the session. So first of all, we are going to introduce to you to HTML. So myself, Mayuresh Tanuja, I am the tech co-lead of the Google Developer Group. So before starting with HTML, you have to do some things like you have to install the Visual Studio Code in your PC to code with HTML and install the live server extension in the VS Code. So to install the live server extension, go to the VS Code. First of all, create a folder in your PC. Like I am creating workshop and open this VS Code. And when it opens, just go to this section, extensions, and search your live server. It's a live server. So click on this retweak day. Install it. In my case, it is already installed, so I will not install it again. So come over here and add a new file, and name it as index.html and enter. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to complete our this day as HTML and CSS, and tomorrow we are going to complete JavaScript, and the third day we are going to complete React and Node.js. And you are advised to complete the task as soon as possible and do it simultaneously. Now, first of all, what is HTML? HTML is a hypertext markup language which is used in many websites. It is a standard language for building the websites, and it is also called a fundamental backbone of the website. And to start with the start to code with the HTML, first of all, type here an exclamation mark and hit enter. And we have got this. And we have got this structure of the basic structure of the HTML document. Now, first of all, these are called as tags. This blue colored text is called as tags, HTML tags. So in the first line, we have got here doc type HTML. So here we declare as the document as HTML document. And in the second line, we declare this as an HTML language. And this is heading tag. Here in the data which we enter in this tag is not displayed in your website. So as like a meta tag, it is a character set like your alphabet, symbols, and etc. Now for this line, it is the data or the width device that will be used in every device to scale up your view. And this is the title of your document. Like you can name it as HTML website or anything as you wish. Now the things which you have to show in your website are written in the body tag. This is the body tag. This is a opening body tag, and this is the closing body tag. So come over here and let us do and let us see what points we are going to cover in this workshop. So there are 6 basic points, like there is document structure, text contents, links and multimedia, lists, tables, and forms. So first of all, we have already seen the document structure, and the second is the text content. Now for the text content, the first is heading tag. Now heading tag are of six type like H1 to H6. Click type here H1 and hit enter. It will create a tag. This is the heading number 1. So we have written our first code here. Now click on right click here and open this with live server. It will open it in a server, a temporary server to test your website. Look at this. It has created one website server and we have got this output. So similarly, we have six type of headings H1 to H6. Let me write it. Now click on save, Control S. Now as you can see, we have got here six headings. Now for this heading number 1, H1, this is given as most important heading. And for H6, it is the least important heading. So if anyone has doubt, they can ask. If anyone has any doubt till here, they can ask in the. I hope I am audible. Okay, so let's move forward. So the next point is paragraph tag. Type P and hit enter. This is the paragraph. It is used to create a paragraph, and you can see that we can write here big paragraphs like lorem ipsum text in VS Code like of 30 words, for example. And click on save. We have got here the lorem ipsum text as a paragraph. So the next tag is BR tag. BR tag is a line break tag which is used for spacing. I will show you here. Click on save. As you can see here, we have got one space or one extra line here. Now the next tag is HR tag, that is horizontal line. It creates an horizontal line after the code. As you can see, we have got one horizontal line here. So the next tag is bold tag. It is used to create bold text. As you can see here, we have got one bold text here. Now similarly, we have italic and underline text. As you can see, we have got italic and underlined text. So now the next is mark text. So the mark tag is used to highlight the text. As you can see, we have highlighted this text. Now I will add one BR tag here. Now the next tag is subscript and superscript. So as you can see that we have created this highlighted text. The next tag is subscript and superscript. I'll add one paragraph and add here like 2, and for superscript space super, hit enter, and the text you have to show it in the upper case. Like as you can see here, we have got 2 square, and similarly we can create the subscript as like this. So the next point is links and multimedia. So for the links we use a tag. This is attribute tag. So for the href we use the links for the navigation. For example, I will write here https colon slash slash google.com. So in what text we have to show the hyperlink, we have to type here like click here to go to Google. Click on save. So as you can see, if I click here, I'll be send it to Google. So the next tag is image tag. So image src is the path of your image. So first of all, we have to include our image in our own file. Now I will add here one temporary image like a download the name of my image here, and the alternate text, that means if the image is not loaded or not shown for some weird reason, it will show the text. As you can see, the image has been uploaded here. Now if I change this some name and click on save, it will it will do not show the image. It will show like this text that there is an image of this name. If I again correct it, it will show the image. The next tag is audio tag. For the audio, type here audio, hit enter. Now first of all, cut this src and type here controls. Now in this two greater than or less than sign, hit enter and type here source. Now in the source, before the less greater than symbol, type here src. Src is the path of your audio. Src equal to double quotes. I have bought here the some temporary audio like legends. Now I will save it. As you can see, I have got one audio file. I can play here. Similarly, I can create one video tag. Now, similarly here, cut this src and type here controls. Come over here, hit enter and type here source. Now type here src equal to double quotes and type this name of your video or the path. Click on save. As you can see, we have got our video here. Now it is very big, so I will reduce the size as width of this like 400 pixel. 400 px we write this like in this format. Click on save. As you can see, we have reduced its size. Now let me add here one HR tag. Now for the next task we have lists. We have two types of list, that is ordered list and unordered list. First we will see unordered list. So type here UL, that is unordered list. Hit enter. Now we'll type here unordered list and we'll hit enter. And for the list items we type li tag. For li tab, like we'll type here list item 1, and similarly we duplicate it like as list item 2, list item 3, and list item 4. As you can see, we have got our list items. This is unordered list, like this bullet points. And the next is order list, which is denoted by ol tag. Ordered list, we can write here list items. I'll just copy paste this code. As you can see that I have got the numbering. And for the sequence type, you can just type here, right, type equal to double quotes, like for Roman numbers, capital I. Click on save. You have got here Roman numbers. If you type small I, you have got your small Roman numbers. So the next tag is that we have to create a table. Type here table, hit enter. Now there are under the table there are three tags, that is table row, table head, and table data. For table row, type here tr, hit enter. And now table head, th, hit enter. Now I can type here as the name, and similarly I will create one another row, th. I will write here age. I will create one another table row, and here I will create the data, table data, td, hit enter. I will say that the Sham has and his age is 21. And similarly I will create one another one, table data, as Ram, and his age is 22. Click on save. As you can see that we have got one table at name and age. Now let us come to the next point, that it is we have to get some inputs from the user. We use form tag. Now if you type here form and hit enter, it will show like this. And type it here like action equal to forms.php, and under this equal greater than or less than sign, hit enter. and type here as label. Label is the label of your input. For I can say that text first of all, and type here as name. So the next step is input. Click here input, type is text. Now we'll add here one name, that is name equal to src name. Now we'll add one placeholder. Placeholder is that without any input there is one text, like enter your name. Click on save. Like you can see that there is one input file, and you can see you can type here anything. There is one another input. There is the checkbox or the options, you can see. Type here input. Input can be input, we should write it at radio, like the radio buttons. Names will write as option. For id, there is a unique id. Let it write 1, and we'll write the text after it, like 1. Write it br tag, copy it as it is. We'll write the second one. Id should be 2, but the name should be 1. The name should be same. As you can see, we have got two buttons. Any two of this, any one of these two will be active. Now let's create one checkbox. Type here checkbox. Now create an id. Now, like you can say, I agree that it's basic. You can check here. Now the next type is that we have to create one large text. We use text area. Name should be, we can say, area. Id should be text. You can see there is the text here. You can type it here anything. There is the last step. So moving on to the next, we have options. We'll use the select option, select tag, like select one of these, like you can say cars. You can say that id 1 and type it here. Similarly create it, and you have to create this under the option tag. Value can be anything. You can control X, save. I should not be typed here the cars. Here we have to create options. Value can be 1. Type here car1, create it, some more, and the value should be different. Click on save. We have got this. You choose anything, you have to choose any one of these. Now the last step, last tag we need here, that is button tag. First of all, we will create one label. We have created one label here, and after this we'll add one button, like for example the submit button, and save it. You have got one submit button here. If you click it, nothing will happen, but if you include some JS script, it will navigate you somewhere. So we have completed our basic tags, basic HTML tags to create our first project. So I hope that everyone has understood. If anyone has any doubt, they can type it out here in the chat. Anyone has any doubts? I hope my voice is audible. Hello. Hello, I am audible. Am I audible? Anyone has any doubts? It is used. We have one question in forms. Why you have written actions as form.php? When we create one, we are going to create one login page. We'll need there. And if you develop the website, we need PHP, and for that, we always use forms.php. So I hope that everyone has understood. So now let us for next task, that is doing one project. Let's create another file named as login page. We are going to create one login page. We're going to open with the VS Code. I will stop this. You can stop this live server. Create one new file, index.html, and open this with live server. I will close this one. So first I will write the basic structure, the doc type. I will type here as basic registration form, or like I will name it as login page. I will save it. So let's start with the body of this HTML login page. So the first step is writing one heading. I'll write it as a basic registration form. I will save it. As you can see, I have got the text here. Next, I will create one form. For now, I will cut this action button, and in this thing, I will create one label. And for name, I will create it for name, and I will type it here as name. After this, I will create one input, and for the input, I will type it as I will make the type as text, and create the ID. ID will be as unique ID. I will create it as name, and we also have to create the name of that input. I will create it as name. I will add one placeholder like enter your name. I will make it required like we require to for submit the form. We use this require text. Now I will add one br tag here. Now I will once again create one label like for email. Even for email, I will type one ID as email and name as email. And similarly, I have enter. I will create it as enter your email, and I make it required. This label is not here. It will be here. I will do it again. Here I will enter the input. Type will be email. Name will also be email. I will add the placeholder. Enter your email, and I have to add the ID Okay, for when I save it, I have got here the input like entering the name, entering the email here. So similarly, I will create one password, an input for the password. I will create one new label called as password and type it here the password. After this, I will add the input password. The name should also be password. ID. For the placeholder, I will type it as create your password. And I also make it as required. I will click on save. As you can see, I have got the password, but it is not down. So I will add one BR tag after the email. Now see, we have got the three inputs, right? Name, email, and password. So next we'll create one radio button like the gender type. We'll create gender and type it here gender. We'll create one radio button. Type should be radio. I will add here the name. The name should be same, but the ID should be different. ID can be male. Type it here as male. The text you want to show. Add a BR tag after this. Now similarly add this, add for the female. Click on save. As you can see, I have got the two genders. The radio button. I will add one BR tag here. As you can see, we have got the two options here like male or female. Any one of this option will be tick. So the next step is we have to create an option for the country. We'll create one label for country. Enter or country. I will create one select option, select tag for the name of country. I will create the ID as country and I will make it required. In the select tag, I have to create options. The value of the options is will be India, and the text I have to show here India. Similarly, I will create three. I will create is USA and UK. Click on Control Save. I have got three options here. You can choose any one. So at the last, we have one checkbox like the terms and condition checkbox. We will create one button for the checkbox. We'll create one input. First, we'll create one label for checkbox. I will create one input, and the type will be checkbox. It is the type of a checkbox. I will create this ID checkbox and name it as check. After this, I will add one text like I agree with the terms and conditions. With the terms and conditions, click on save. Like you can see, we have got one checkbox here. I will add one BR tag here. You can see we have got here. And at the last, I will create one submit button. Type your button and type your submit. Click on save. We have got one submit button here. See, as I have typed here required, without filling this thing, we will not proceed further. So we have completed our first project for the login page with the help of HTML. So anyone has any doubts in this? I hope everyone has understood. You can reply in the chat. Anyone has any doubts or any suggestions? If you have understood in the chat, you just give a thumbs up in the chat. You can just give a thumbs up. Yes, you can ask here like if they're in part in the code or before this thing, you can ask here. Okay, so now I think everybody has understood. So let's move forward with our HTML and CSS workshop. We have covered these points: document structure, basic structure, text contents, images, tables, forms, introduction to CSS. Now there will be introduction to CSS, which is given by Tanuja. Tanuja, you can. Tanuja, you can share your screen. Now we'll be going to start the CSS concepts.
Hello everyone, I'm Tanuja Suryanshi, Network Lead for GDG NBNSCOE. Now we are going to learn CSS. So what is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Like CSS is not a programming language like HTML. CSS is also not a markup language. It's used for style and design web pages, making them visually responsive. We are going to learn this topic and learn CSS related all the concepts and also do a small project using CSS. CSS syntax. Like CSS syntax consists three main parts like selector, property and value. And we that H1 is selector like a HTML element to style, and color is a property like defined aspect of elements like there are color, background color, font is font family like things, and value a style apply on property like blue 24 pixel like things. And there are curly braces, they enclose the block of CSS rules, and semicolons used for ends each property value pairs. And of CSS, there are three types of CSS like inline CSS, internal CSS and external CSS. Like implement for that, we simply create one index.html file, click on P, click P and click enter, and there some rough para for using lorem. And then simply for inline element we simply use style uh, directly used in P attribute or P tag like style. You want color, then we simply open. You can see our paras color will get a red. Then this is inline type of CSS. Then you can also use in internal CSS like you we create H1 and give heading like GDG, NBN, COE, and then this para comment out. And using style like internal CSS is like defined inside a style tag in head section, like we use style in head section, then enter. And simply h1 is a element selector like simply click h1 and curly braces. H1 is selector and we use property color, simply click here, and you can see our heading is changed. And then for background color you simply go through this, and also we change color like that. And also third type is external CSS. This is written in .css file, like we simply create style.css and first firstly comment out this style and do h1 and give background color like it's purple. Before that, we simply link using link to that file name, like type link and enter, then type our .css file name. Then you can see we give background color this. Then when we link this name of that .css file, then this work, that three types of CSS. But external CSS used the most because it lets you style many pages with one file and keeps the code clean and website load faster. Next is our CSS selectors. Like there are lots of CSS selectors we use, but uh, some simply we create another index.html file for selectors. Select like आपण पॅरामध्ये पण like click lorem lorem 4 GDG NBNCOE. We click simply that and simply open a live view. Like ही पॅरा एक इलिमेंट आहे, देन आपण एका स्टाईलमध्ये आपण सिम्पली पी लिहून त्यामध्ये आपण बॅकग्राऊंड कलर वगैरे देऊ शकतो, लाईक ॲक्वा. देन यू कॅन सी. अँड फॉर क्लास वी क्लाससाठी आपण डॉट like you want to give some name for class like win, then press enter, then simply we create class. Then you want like simply hello, then dot win, our class name is win, then dot win is our selector now. And then we want property like background color, um, enter, and you want color purple. This is second selector like class. And third is ID denoted by hash, and give color, give name, like I give rate name. Then you want any name you want, like uh, you want a gap between those class, then simply use br tag. And in स्टाईल टॅग मध्ये आपण हॅश यूज करून रेड लिहून त्याच्यामध्ये हे करू शकतो, कारण रेड हे सिलेक्टर आहे. आपण प्रॉपर्टीची पण यूज करू शकतो, लाईक फॉन्ट स्टाईल, देन इटॅलिक. देन यू कॅन सी सोलापूर बिकेम इटॅलिक. like this. And there is one important selector is universal selector. We mostly use this that selector is for margin and padding, denoted by star, and then simply type m0 and enter, then margin 0 and padding also 0. Then you can see extra places removes. This is selectors. And their CSS colors, like we see here h1, then give this, like colors are named colors, like predefined colors names is in CSS, like red, blue. We simply use this file for explain colors property, like color. We use color property, like uh, red color is normal color, and like this is normal colors, red, blue. And then you want RGB, like red, green, blue. Then you simply you want like red color is 30% and green is 50%, blue is 20%, like mixture of colors. Then you use this RGB. Next is CSS background. For CSS background, we simply create another file in the HTML, and there we use background colors, like simply click type P, and click enter, and give some, using lorem we create para, and using style we do CSS in para, like enter, and P is our selector now. And then property, like background color. I want background color, like background color is, simply do for background color. You can see पूर्ण बॅकग्राऊंड कलर ही आपला ह्या कलरमध्ये झालेला आहे. सो आपण तसेच आपण एक इमेज देऊ शकतो, लाईक डायरेक्ट आपण इथून पण देऊ शकतो, लाईक बॅकग्राऊंड इमेज युझिंग URL. सिम्पली क्लिक हिअर. माझ्याकडे ऑलरेडी एक p1.jpg नावाची इमेज आहे. तुम्ही इंटरनेटवर जाऊन डायरेक्ट URL कॉपी पेस्ट करू शकतो, लाईक p1.jpg. त्यांनी सी इथे आता रिपीटेडली आलेले आहेत. समजा तुम्हाला फक्त हवी आहे, रिपीटेड नको आहे, देन बॅकग्राऊंड रिपीट यूज करून नो रिपीट करू शकतो. मग आपण पाहू शकतो, लाईक सिम्पली कमेंट आउट दिस. देन यू वॉन्ट, लाईक तुम्हाला साईज जास्त हवी असेल तर तुम्ही बॅकग्राऊंड साईज यूज करू शकतो, लाईक 300 पिक्सेल. Then you can see our picture size increase. This is there are lots of background properties, but these are mostly used. And next is CSS font and typography. There are font size, like simply it is, and P And font family is like they've specific the font to text. And here this font family you can see. And next is font size. like आपण फॉन्ट लेटेस्टचे फॉन्ट साईज इन्क्रीज डिक्रीज करू शकतो जसे आपल्याला हवे तसे. like this. Also font weight. बोल्ड like बोल्ड करू शकतो. There also have lots of font style like italic. You can see our para become italic style. And also there are text styling like text decoration. You want a dotted line and then text overflow, like you want, yeah, text uh, text shadow. Like text decoration, underline, you can see. और मीन्स पॅराच्या खाली आपण अंडरलाईन करू शकतो लाईक डॉटेड सॉलिड लाईक थिंग्स. अँड ऑल्सो left, right, or center. Next is CSS units. There are lots of units we use in CSS like pixel, page, uh, VH like things. But mostly we use pixels and percentage for anything like increase, decrease size, and also percentage of color you want. And like box model, there is box model like border, margin, and padding. Uh, uh, like we give simply one para and using style we do CSS in that para. Like give border, like first we give and second we like solid, then you want color, enter. Then for margin, like border is to the edge around the padding, and then margin is space outside the border separating element, and padding is space between the content and border. Like wait minute. For p element we simply give like तुम्ही पाहू शकता लाईक सॉलिड लाईनमध्ये रेड कलरमध्ये पूर्ण बॉर्डर झालेली आहे. अँड लाईक मार्जिन इज लाईक वी गिव 32 पिक्सेल. Then you can see margin is like space outside the border. Then पूर्ण आसपासमध्ये मार्जिनच्या 32 पिक्सेलमध्ये पूर्ण बॉडीच्या 32 पिक्सेलमध्ये ते झालेलं आहे मार्जिन. अँड देन फॉर पॅडिंग like we give like 23 pixel. You can see padding is like space between content and border. These are important properties. And for the CSS box sizing, like there is property determine total width, height, and element, and there is content box and border box. We will see how this property works in our project. Like there is a comment in CSS. We simply do comment CSS like forward slash star, and then forward star, then star forward slash. Also, you also simply press Control and forward slash. And CSS priority and simplicity. Like which CSS will applied based on selector specificity, like inline style, these and classes, pseudo classes. Like okay. Specificity like inline style IDs, then classes, pseudo classes, then attributes, then element, then lastly lowest specificity is universal select, and then priorities like two rules have same specificity, and then last in style sheet takes priority first. Second in flex box, like flex box is for the layout model like horizontal and vertical, and then they have a flex container in that flex items. There are these properties in flex box is majorly used, like you simply we simply implement that. For flexbox is like we simply create one class like a box, and in this class create another classes like win dot win, and hit enter, and also controls uh, 4 times, click copy paste this, and then simply do CSS in style, and then it's accidentally box accidentally, and then uh, like we do height, and then we give height like 900 pixel, and enter, we give width and give width 30 pixel, and for border we give like 20 pixel. It's like line size like 20 you want, तुम्हाला जेवढी हवी असेल तेवढी तुम्ही देऊ शकता. And then is solid हवी असते म्हणून आपण solid देतो, like see. And you want color like red, then you simply see our border become red. And background color like maybe you want to change, then change it this way. Wait minutes, and then enter, and give margin like 4 pixel, and enter, आणि then डॉट विन क्लाससाठी आपण एक नवीन स्टाइल्स यूज करणार आहेत लाईक सेम ॲज लाईक बॉक्स नाही जस्ट कॉपी अँड पेस्ट हिअर बट देअर साईज कमी करूयात आपण इट्स लाईक 300 color also like give color yeah and then margin and simply like now we see flex box properties like simply click display and then flex you can see the difference uh, these boxes are vertical but मी display flex यूज केल्यानंतर हे horizontally झाले like then we use for align item in center enter then it's vertical and horizontal align items and justify content is uh, used for vertical and horizontal like justify containing space between see is equal space सगळ्या बॉक्सेसच्या मध्ये इक्वल स्पेस झाली right so now our next task is our project so first of all anyone has any doubt like these are our ppt like types of css with three types of css selectors universal selector type selector id and css colors backgrounds font text style units box model box sizing comments priority and flex box these all points are covered any doubt then we do our project like simply name project dot html and then this code explained by Mayuresh. He simply put CSS in this, like Control A, Control C, and put it like project. Let's see, and paste here. And we simply create one file named task task.css. Enter, and then first of all we link that file with our HTML file, like using link. Simply click enter, link, type link and enter. Then give that name of .css file. And then we style all this that HTML. This is before. Then we put CSS in that. Then automatically become colorful. Like simply we start it universal selectors margin and give margin 0, enter and padding 0. This is like margin given margin and padding. You see the difference. The extra spaces removed. Then we firstly do style for body. Like firstly font family. Like give this. See, तुम्ही कोणची पण फॉन्ट फॅमिली देऊ शकता, लाईक मला आवडत असेल. Then click enter, and next is for our background color. Background color, like you want any color, but I prefer use white color. Then simply there is code for a white color and enter, and then display flex. See, we also discuss this display flex in our Flexbox recently, and then use justify content font center for vertical and horizontal. And then we use this justify content for center, and then use align items like center, enter height. You want height like 100 simply, and then text align also center. Like next is for form tag. You do style for form tag, like form, and you like background color first. Background color, you like तुम्ही कोणचे पण बॅकग्राऊंड कलर यूज करू शकता, किंवा इंटरनेटवर खूप सारे कलर्सचे कोड्स अवेलेबल असतात, ते डायरेक्टली पुट करू शकता. And then we simply type padding 10 pixel, enter. बॉर्डर रेडियस आपण लाईक कर्व करण्यासाठी यूज करतो. Simply like 8 pixel. Then you can see इथे कर्व झाले पूर्ण. And then box like box shadow साठी like 0, 2 pixel and 10 pixel. And also you want color, shadow color. You can see the shadow. It's for their size. You want like simply click here. Yeah, see. And also तुम्ही पाहू शकता इथे शॅडोची साईज मोठी झाली आहे. लाईक पण इथे पण म्हणतो त्याचे स्प्रेड जास्त झाली आहे. आपण असं यूज करू शकतो शॅडो. लाईक अँड देन फॉर विड्थ approximately 500, and then box size. Box sizing is border box, like you want a float and position use for float and position. And then next is like heading style for heading tag. Like for color, like there will be you can adjust that color like this. Yeah. And then आपल्याला ह्या दोन्हीमध्ये स्पेस ठेवण्यासाठी मार्जिन यूज करावं लागेल टॉप अँड बॉटम. देन फर्स्टली गो थ्रू मार्जिन like top will be 100 pixel, then margin bottom like 100, no 10 pixel. Next next uh, next will be attributes, style for attributes. Simply click here, we attributes like it's simply type, and then uh, text, it's for text, email and password. Then simply click that, type that, and then uh, same for these two. Just simply copy paste and simply type here email and here password. Password. And then also select, and then this is our selectors, sorry, attributes. And then we simply give like width like approximately 100%. We majorly use like pixel and percentage in our CSS. Like padding is 5 pixel, then you can see the difference. We simply add padding, then in commenter, then before, after, into, and then padding and like margin. There is margin 5 pixel. It's like their margin. And border radius is 4 pixel. Like you want to change color of border, then you simply click border and color like 1 pixel, and color and simply and solid and white color. Box sizing, border box like for float and position. And then next is for button. We style button, simply type here button, and then uh, width, we want width size like 100, and inter padding, its padding is 10 pixel, and then font size like 15 pixel. Yeah. And then background color, for background color uh, just it's change color you want, then simply change colors, and then enter color. For color, there will I refer white, like, and then for border, you want border for a button, then you simply 2 pixel, and you want like color, I give red, like radius, then you like this is also you want don't want border, then simply click none into, and then for cursor, uh, like pointer, you want like cursor in pointer, then you simply use cursor, and then for margin top, there will be like 10 pixel, and this is, and you want to over here like change colors when you click here, then color will change, then you simply use button, and this is pseudo element selector, like we use that, and there simply click uh, it's clickable, like when we click here submit, then their color will change, like background color we give like white, see, simply change colors, like I give this color, then you see when we click here color will change, uh, and then next will for like radio and checkbox, simply type input, and there is type like radio and checkbox for simply type radio, and then copy that, enter, paste, and write check box, and enter, like give curly braces, and then print margin right is 5 pixel, next last is, and for margin bottom 10 pixel. Also we add border radius here, like border radius for curve like 22 pixel, and it's like 4, then you can see the curve, like we simply click here, this is our firstly using HTML only we see structure, then we add CSS, our this form is more colorful and attractive. So this is our project. Anyone has any doubt, please ask. सिम्पली यूज स्टाईलमध्ये एक बॉर्डर दिले लाईक बॉडी अँड देन
हॅलो तनुजा, स्क्रीन शेअर चालू नाहीये.
see then we give margin of 26.
हॅलो तनुजा, हॅलो तनुजा,
हां
तुझी स्क्रीन शेअर चालू नाहीये. स्क्रीन शेअर कर परत एकदा.
there is like आपण एक मार्जिन कन्सिडर केलं लाईक 26 पिक्सेल देन लाईक स्पेस आउटसाइड द बॉर्डर म्हणजे बॉर्डरच्या आउटसाइडची जी स्पेस आला लाईक लाईक एकदा कमेंट आउट करते कमेंट केलं तरी पहिला असं होतं मार्जिन ॲड केल्यानंतर आसपासची जी 26 पिक्सेलची लाईक बॉडी पेजमधनं गॅप झाला लाईक आपण आता पॅडिंग यूज केलं तर 23 पिक्सेल दिलं तर हे बॉर्डरच्या आतमध्ये स्पेस येते आणि मॅजिन बॉर्डरच्या बाहेर स्पेस येत असतं हे डिफरन्स आहे कळालं anyone has input then please ask then we prepare for a small quiz. So is everyone ready for this quiz? Like we will start quiz.
Everyone. So let's scan this QR code and let's give a quiz. Scan this QR code. I have sent one link in the chat. Click on this link and you will enter in the quiz. I hope everyone is visible my screen. Anyone reply? Here is the code for joining this. I think we'll going to start this quiz. Let's start. Now answer fast to get your more points. You have 15 seconds. Screen not visible.
Mayuresh, can we go to the next question?
Is my screen? Yes.
Yeah.
So only three people have given correct answer. Bhargav, can you reply? The screen is visible.
No, it's back screen. Try exiting this slideshow feature.
Wait a second.
No, I'm still getting the black screen. Uh, Now, just click on start. Let's finish with the quiz. Stop your screen share. Let me see. I will screen share. Is it possible to? I can see that. Can you
Yes,
close the
I have
screen share?
stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible right now? Okay. Start with the questions. don't try to keep my options as I'm doing it wrong every time purposely. Don't try to follow me. Just see how the process is going. Yeah, as you can see, you can view the results and all the stuff. Uh, so I will stop my screen right now. Mayuresh, continue with your slides. Hello, Mayuresh. Can you share the screen? Mayuresh, we are looking at black screen right now. Can you come back to the PPT? Mayuresh, it's still the black screen. I guess there is issue with your screen sharing. Uh, so Mayuresh, you have almost covered all the topics right now of HTML and CSS. That's it, right? Mayuresh, if you're talking, I can't hear you. Is there any issue? Okay, I guess there is some issue. So I will continue the session for now. So as we have completed this quiz. So we'll be talking about the day two of this web development workshop. So tomorrow we'll be learning about the introduction to JavaScript and DOM manipulation. So the future updates will be posted to in our channel. You can visit. Wait, let me give me a sec. Yeah. So I've pasted the channel link in the chat. All the further updates and also the PPT and also the code will be sent into your WhatsApp channel. So make sure to join the channel. All the further updates will be given there. So moving on to the next page. These are our social handles. If you want to follow, you can follow. We are on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. The username is GDG NBNSCOE. So moving on to the next. That's it for today's session. Tomorrow we'll be having the introduction to JavaScript and DOM manipulation. And day two registrations are live. You can get your tickets. Uh, we will also be posting this link in the chat. You can just take your ticket and attend tomorrow like the same. So that's it for this session. If you have any doubts, you can stay and ask about it. Officially, the session has been ended. Those have any doubts regarding today's sessions or any suggestions that we can do, we have missed or we would like to add, you can say it. We will try to cover it in tomorrow's sessions. You can just type it out in chat or just open your mic and say it.